Gary Peterson here. Today we're going to talk about your left hand. Your left hand is there for balance. This is when we begin. We need to understand what to do with it. A lot of people keep the left hand beside their body, so when they hit, they just do this, and it's like they're just not in control of their balance, and that's where the problem is. Now, I like people to have a high degree of style when they play. I teach them to look really good, and then it's up to them how good they want to be by how much they want to train and how much they want to work. In other words, if they do exercises to get stronger, or if they do court movement and so on, and fitness exercises to get faster, and even racket hitting exercises to get even more consistent. Now, your left hand, I'll introduce you to a concept. Let's say we put a left hand on a pedestal which is there. I'm putting my left hand on a pedestal there. If I leave my left hand there, and I bring my shoulder back into it, or my elbow back into it. So what I've done, if I go this way again, so if I leave my left hand there, that's now my front wall, and if I bring my shoulder back to it, or my elbow back to my left hand, it gives me body preparation. So we start and we have cues or positions where we start. So if I start here, and then my next cue is to get my elbow to my left hand. There. That gives preparation. It also makes me lift my elbow up and lift my racket up, because I've got to get it above my hand. I can't go here because it won't work. So that there does two things. So that brings that in, that shoulder in, which gives you body preparation, which is what we're after. Okay, so if I swing, if I leave it there and I swing through with my body and I come through, you see I do this, but it's taken up in the turn of my body. So if I leave that there and do that, I get the turn and taken up in the turn of my body. So for a start, if I do it even full pace, it's not bad at all, because what happens, it all becomes relatively stable. You see it moves around just a little bit, but not a lot. So when we start, we aim to have your left hand here. Strangely enough, there's a big difference between having a left hand with just your fingers normal or having your fingers open. There's a big difference there, just even in the feel. Some little things make a difference to some people and not so much to others. So we start there, hand on the pedestal. We'll start with our racket there. Even if we start 45 degrees with our feet, we'll go there, elbow, there, around there, left hand will stay there. And that's all we want. Left hand will stay there. So there's your left hand. If you watch me hit it, I'll hit there, and your left hand will just stay there. It will just not move. It gives you a really good base to hit off. So it's around, left hand just stays there. Left hand just stays there, and it really is quite simple. And off you go. So there you go. That's your left hand, that's your balance and what you need to do with it. A great way to start with it, to be able to have full balance throughout your shot and full body control. Gary Peterson here. Today I've got Jess. She's going to give us a hand. We're after an open feet drive, off 2 feet, a backhand drive off 2 feet. So we're going to start from here, from the centre of the court. And I want you to come back 2 feet here. Right, so that's the one we're after, 2 feet drive. Good, so I really want strong body. Right, one more. Right, so what we want to make sure here is that we don't release our arm, that we keep strength through your arm at all times. So often the best thing to do, if you face this way, face me, this way, racket back, push here, push, 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 there. So what happens, and why I'm doing this, is she's getting a continual push through here, and she can't release because I'm here. As far as her muscles, she must drive her muscles through. So what I want is when she drives with restriction through the ball, so you don't release anything. So there, good, there, drive, strong right, drive, good. That's the controlled arm that we're after, rather than a flick and release and let go. So that's the big one. There, 2 feet, good, okay. I'm going to make her go 2 feet from here. And the learning method for this is as if my racket is there. And you ask your player to actually jump over the racket, land right foot, left foot, drive. Yep. So if you just have a crack at jumping over, right foot, left foot. Good, jump in the air a little bit. Good, there, now put it together with your swing. Good, you'll be right. Let's go. Here's the ball, jump. Good. So I just need you to jump with timing. Good. Now with this, you don't have to have the big swing. It's just a really strong controlled body. Controlled swing. My fault, bad shot. Good. Where's your target gone? Let's get the target. You must have target, which means you need to slow everything down. There. So you need to make sure that your arm and your body is controlled. That's getting better. If you put a high level of target requirement on, that's good. Good. Getting better. You're learning about dropping your front shoulder. If I ask you, can you turn this way? Yep. I've got to touch your shoulder, is that okay?
Yep.
I want to drop this front shoulder, so I want to drop that shoulder from here. That'll give it power, serious power. So after to drop this front shoulder, so go from there. Good, so the more you drop that front shoulder there, the more power you're going to get through your body. There. 2 feet beside the ball. 2 feet. Good. Good, try not to go too big a follow through. Let's use our part punch driving. Good. Now I'm throwing the ball so I can control the position of the ball in relation to her body, and I can understand where she's actually jumping back to and what's good and what's bad. If you jump, just face me, there. If you start to drive the ball off your back hip here, you start to cut down to the floor more. If you start driving the ball out here, you start to reach out and start to lose your body. So you need to be able to get back here, and let's take it near your back hip and see what happens. Go from here. So jump back. That's all right. That was not good, was it? Let's go again. Go 2 feet. Land your right foot first. All right. I'll show you where the real power is. If you bring your feet back, jump back. All right. If you can get this part of your body here, this back hip here, this front hip here, if you can get that behind the ball, you get serious power. So what happens is when you did this, you lost power, you lost rhythm, you lost everything because it was in the wrong spot in relation to your body. Yep. You need to know that so you know what happens if it gets there. Now we're going to go through here, try and get the back part of your bum towards the ball and drive through. Let's see what you've got. Let's go here, face there, and there's serious power. There. Good, so now all you're merely doing is unwinding your body, and it's really easy because all you're doing is getting your bum to the ball and you're just seriously using body power. You hardly have to move your arm at all, and you get this 2-foot jump with serious body power. So here we go, behind the ball. Good, so you basically jump facing the back wall virtually, and you can just unwind strongly. And again. And again. So this is often a really good way to go. Right, you can see how powerful she is when she gets onto it like that. It's seriously good. What happens is because it's so strong because your body's really well balanced when you strike, and you get everything behind the ball, and it's all your body and all this part of your body here just drives through the ball. It's hips that do the work. If you can get your hips through the ball, then it gets seriously good. There, now you're really getting hold of it. There. Good. There's that power we're really after. There. Good. Over and jump. There, good. Over, racket over. Let's take your racket over the top now, over this way. Because that will give you a drop of racket and kill as well. And you should get real power and control. Now we're getting some downward thrust. There, down, good. So now you can drop your front shoulder, drive into it, and you'll get seriously good and active. Good. Good, that's pretty good. Not bad at all. 5. There you go. Driving off the backhand, 2 feet, really engages your whole body. Get your back to the ball. Get this part active through the ball. Body drive, fantastic.